Hey guys, I'm excited for today's video because I'm going to be testing an at-home dip and gel manicure remover. So that's one thing I never liked about getting dip or gel is that it's challenging to remove at home, and it's definitely way easier to just go to the salon and get them to do it, but then that costs time and money, and I don't mind paying to get my nails done, but I hate having to pay to get them removed, and unless you're getting another set, you have to pay. So I just personally don't want to do that. So I saw an ad for this at-home removal device and I purchased it immediately. I'd never seen anything like it before, and the one that I ended up buying was from Bask LA. Their ads are very compelling. It was $65 on sale from $99, and then it took a month to get here. And I noticed that they have them on Amazon for $45, so I definitely got a little bit ripped off, but whatever. They look identical. I linked the less expensive one for you below if you want to try it. So I actually ordered this last year, and I usually have glue-on nails, which is what I have now, instead of a professional manicure because I like doing it myself. I can shape them myself, and it's more affordable. And I have lots of video reviews if you're interested in trying press-on or glue-on nails. But that's one of the main reasons I do my own nails. I dislike the removal process. So I bought this and I actually went and paid for a manicure to test it out. I got a hard gel manicure and this did not work at all. I ultimately ended up just filing my own nails down, and it was a huge ordeal, but this did not work on hard gel, so I just want to lay that out clearly. So for this video, I'm going to try it on two different types of nails. First, I'm going to do a dip manicure with a glued on tip and then gel polish nail art on top, and then also just a plain and simple gel manicure. I feel like that way you'll have the full scoop on whether this remover will work on all types of nails. We know it doesn't work on hard gel, but let's see if it works on gel or just dip and gel. This device is called a steam off gel remover. I keep lifting it up. I think you know what it looks like by now. So it's called a steam off gel remover, and it's unique because you technically do not touch the acetone with your hands at all. It heats up the acetone to 125 degrees Fahrenheit in the plastic tray, and then the rest of your hand sits on this lid while the device just steams the acetone over your nails. Because I filmed removing two different manicures, I'm gonna just do a voiceover as I do the process, so I'll just walk you through it as I'm doing it. And then I'm also gonna fast forward through the video because it's very long and I respect your time. So if you guys have questions, leave them below in the comments, but let's get started. So the device comes with these two plastic trays. Take one of them out and then you fill it up with the 100% acetone to the fill line, and you turn the device on and let it heat up. Now you're going to grab your nail file and just start filing off any of the glossy top coat. So this is a dip manicure with gel on top, and you want to do this to all of your nails. And then you dust off any of the excess powder, and you're going to place your hand in the device for 5 minutes. So this was interesting. When I took it out of the steamer, it definitely looked like the polish was ready to come off, but when I grabbed the push stick, it was still really hard. And so I knew I was going to definitely need a lot more work to get these nails off. So I tried the push stick for a while, and then I ultimately ended up giving up and grabbing my electric nail file and just trying to file it down again. So I filed all my nails and I really went hard. I probably did this for like 3 minutes and then I put my nails back in the steamer. So after 5 minutes of steaming, when I pulled my nails out, they were more gummy this time. So I felt like I was making progress. You can see it's more gooey. It wasn't as hard as it was last time. I noticed that once I got through that top gummy layer, it was hard again underneath. So you definitely need to do this multiple times. And at this point, I'm already like 20 minutes into trying to remove these nails. So I did the whole process again and put them back in the steamer, and it was just the same thing over and over again. So this was interesting. When I finally got to the part where the tip was on my nail, you can see how soft it becomes. I like that because it was easy to remove the tip, but I mean, my nails are a wreck. And at this point, I'm like 30 minutes into removing one hand. So I'm really not very optimistic at this point. So I ended up finally getting all the nails off, I feel like as best as I could, and then I just grabbed my nail file, and this one is like the smoothing tip, turned it on and just tried to file off the remainder and then just even out my nails. Okay, this is interesting. I went to rinse this out and you can see there's like a whole film of nail gunk left over in here. So these are my nails after I removed everything. All right, now we are moving on to the gel polish manicure. So I took my regular nail file and I am just filing off the top coat. And then I put my nails back in for 5 minutes, and when I took it out, the gel polish definitely looked like it was ready to come off. You can see how it's kind of lifted. My pointer finger had nail polish, and it definitely works on nail polish. So the gel polish is definitely easier to remove than the previous manicure, but I was having the same problem where it kind of dries, and once it dries, it's much harder to get off. So some areas where it was already flaking, you could get the little scraper underneath it and push it, but you can see I'm really struggling with it. So I ended up soaking it again and doing that a few more times. But first I tested it on the dip manicure, so it was the combination of the dip and gel with the acrylic tip, and it worked, but it took five-minute soaking sessions per hand, so it was really time consuming. I think next time I'd probably let it soak longer, like in one sitting, to see if that helps. I also think I would just file my nails down more before I get started. Also, it says it gets up to 125 degrees. It seems like it would hurt, but it really doesn't. It just feels warm. It's not like you're putting your hands in the acetone. And it was really labor intensive. My right hand was so much harder because I'm right-handed. So my left hand was just not as good at scraping. And you have to push it off really fast. As soon as you pull it out, you have to start pushing. The glued on tip melted and became very flimsy, and that was cool because it came right off, but the layers were turning into this gummy goo, and once it gets gummy, it's easy to remove, but you have to do it fast because once it starts to dry down, it hardens and then it takes forever. You have to put your hand back in. With scraping, it didn't scrape to the point where I felt like my nails were really smooth. When I finally got everything off, I ended up using my nail file and just kind of buffing out the whole top of my nail to smooth out the surface. I don't think it's worth it. I feel like I could just go to the nail salon and finish in just as fast as this took me. Like, I mean, drive to the nail salon, have them remove my nails, pay them, and be home in the time that it took me to remove both of my hands. So I don't think it's easier. And then I tested it on gel polish because I was thinking, okay, maybe it just doesn't work that well with the dip, acrylic, and gel combo. So I let it soak with gel, and I did another 5 minutes, tried to scrape it. It didn't do much, so I did the same thing over and over again. So it wasn't any easier to use on the gel polish, which was disappointing, but I ended up finding a really cool new product. This is from Nail Addict LA. And this is awesome. So you do the same thing, you file the top coat, and then you paint this on your nails. You leave it for 10 to 12 minutes. And then as you're waiting, you see it start to bubble and peel up. And then you take your little scraper and scrape it off. This was way faster in my opinion and super effective. I'm bummed that the nail remover tool didn't work. I have friends that swear by this thing, but for me it just didn't work. I mean, it did work, but it was so time consuming and I don't think it was worth it. If you're looking for an easy at-home remover for gel, then try this remover from Nail Addict. If you have dip, I would probably just do the regular removal process, which you can also do at home with the tin foil and the cotton and just wait. Skip this machine, save your money, and yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you found this informative, and I will see you next time.